We are 3 weeks away from the first Strongman Arena show since January 2020. I am 3 weeks away from my comeback, and as you can tell, I'm a little bit excited. So, 3 weeks. It's not long at all. I've got 2 more weeks of hard training ahead of me. Now, there's been a couple of changes, obviously due to injuries at World's Strongest Man. A couple of people had to drop out. So very quickly, for those that don't know, the 2 names that will be dropping out, firstly, Terry Hollands. Quite sad to see Terry go out of this. I'm sure he would have loved to be competing in London. And Luke Richardson tearing his bicep at World's Strongest Man. From what I've heard, Luke is being smart, taking his time. I mean, he wouldn't have been able to get back for this, but I believe he's going to take his time and get himself 100% fit before he competes again. Very smart move. It means there's a couple of new athletes being added. Gav Bilton and Paro Dwyer. Pazza. Great character. Really cool for these guys to get this opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe there'll be a few other changes as well.
The thing is, what we don't know, the unknown factor. So first off, what's Bojo and his Band of Merry Men doing about the reopening? Because everything in the UK is supposed to reopen fully on the 19th of July, but we don't know if that's at capacity. Like, there's so many unknowns that we're not going to know for a little while yet, I believe.
A week,
but
2 weeks.
What's really concerning, I guess, for me as someone who's like excited to see all these guys in this arena, is the whole travel restrictions and the traffic light list or whatever they bloody call it. So we've got
very frustrating.
Red, amber, green. People that come from red countries, forget it, because you have to hotel quarantine for 10 days on arrival.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Yeah, but what happens? How do we get them in? How do we sneak them in is what I'm asking.
That's not for us to worry about.
Okay.
That's for the organisers to worry about.
I hope you're listening.
Make it happen.
Yes.
Like, as an athlete training for a competition, it's very difficult when you're not 100% sure. So I've had to get my head on that this is 100% happening.
Of course.
And I am going to train with it 100% happening, and I'm sure the other athletes are as well. There's going to be a few that don't come.
Yeah.
For travel reasons. I believe a couple of others that were on the original list have injuries. I don't know for sure yet, so I don't want to announce anything until I know for sure.
So then the lineup we would really, really love to see includes Alexei Novikov, MATEUSZ KIELISZKOWSKI from Poland.
KIELISZKOWSKI has already announced that he's not coming.
Yeah,
I think that's he's still not ready.
JF Caron from Canada. Mark Felix. Now, this is someone we know will absolutely 100% be there.
Mark Felix will be there.
On Mark. Thank God for Mark.
I'm going to be there. I've got to win this bet against Colin, so I'm going to crawl my way there if I have to.
Bish Bash Bosh, Adam Bishop.
Bish is going to be there.
Yeah,
Bish will be there. Yep.
King of Africa, Mr. Iron Bibi.
I really hope we can get Iron Bibi over. The fact that the Axel is the first event, the Axel for Max, he's talking about smashing the world record. We need to have Iron Bibi at this contest.
Current World's Strongest Man, Mr. Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, we've got to have Tom and Luke Stoltman competing.
Right, Luke is next on the list.
These guys will be there.
Yeah. Ivers Schmuckstelis from Latvia.
I hope Ivers can get over.
I love Ivers.
He's a great athlete and
nice guy.
A good character as well.
You know, I like the nice guy. Evan Singleton from the USA.
I hope Evan can get over. Again, Evan will perform for the crowd.
Yeah.
He's so excited to come. He unfortunately got ill at World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
He's recovered. He's back training hard. Seen some videos looking really, really strong. And I know he's desperate to get over here and compete. So, solid lineup.
Yes.
Regardless of, even if a few names don't come, you've got the current World's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
You got the current record holder in the Hercules hold. You got a whole host of awesome athletes, and you've got Uncle Loz. You're gonna have Auntie Liz there as well.
Oh God. Hiding.
Make sure you guys get your tickets and come. It's going to be such an amazing event at such an iconic venue, which I think is what makes it really cool. So, quickly go through the events. We're starting with the Axel for Max. Now, for me at this competition is all about trying to get within 90% of my best. So my best ever on the Axel is 205 kilos. My goal is to get around a 180. If I can do that, I'll be really happy. I struggle so much more than I used to on the Axel. It's really, really tough not being able to do what you once could. I'm going to talk to some of the older guys that, they were so good and
get some therapy from them.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm improving week by week.
Yeah.
But it sucks not being able to do what you once could. It really does. But the axle's going to be amazing. And if Iron Bibby comes over...
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
To see him on there. And also to see what Luke can do on the axle. We know what he's like at pressing. The axle, as I've said many times, the clean is the issue. But he's an incredible presser. And I think, you know, those two could really push each other.
Still expect something big from Luke.
Definitely. The second event, this might not be the right order, by the way. I'm just kind of throwing the events up there. Axle deadlift for reps. 350 kilos for the most repetitions. So very, very tough. Stiff bar, doesn't bend. You feel it straight away. For me personally, again, I'm looking at, you know, 4 or 5 reps. If I can get that, I've set myself my goals so that if I can hit them, I can't be disappointed regardless of what the other guys do.
I tried picking that thing up once, the same one.
You couldn't pick up much less than that.
Couldn't move it.
There's a lot of really strong guys that won't be able to budge that. I wouldn't feel too bad.
And I was wearing high heels.
Next we have the Hercules hold, and we have the maestro himself, Mr. Mark Felix. So this particular Hercules hold really suits Mark. He's great on any grip hold, but this one, the handles just suit him perfectly. He's not as good on the World's Strongest Man one.
No.
And others that we use, but he is extremely good and has broken the record, I think, 3 or 4 times in a row. So we could well be on the track for another world record from Mark Felix. They've added an extra event.
Yeah.
So we've got the hammer hold, the Giant's Life hammer hold, forward hold.
You can get some retribution from what happened in that rugby versus strongman thing.
Yeah.
You're properly robbed there.
I'm actually pretty happy about this because it's an event I'm okay at. I wouldn't say I'm the best in the world, but I always score pretty well.
Who is the best in the world?
And it's a really weird event. Like, if you train for it, it doesn't make you any better.
No, it's very weird.
I've trained for it before and got worse because you're fatigued, whereas sometimes I just don't bother training it and it's one of those competition day, fight as hard as you can and get as many seconds as you can and hopefully it goes well. So I'm going to use that tactic of, it's an event. It doesn't matter how my knees feel or anything like that. I can fight through the pain and it'll be a good one. Then we have the Atlas Stones. So I think it's 120 or possibly 140 all the way up to 200 kilos.
Yeah.
So a normal stone run, but a good set of events. Oh, and the frame carry as well. 400 kilo frame for speed. So with straps, which
kind of sucks, doesn't it?
It's a very hard frame without straps. That's the only issue.
Okay.
It's one of those that without straps, guys would really struggle. With straps, it becomes a bit of a drag race.
It'd be good for you, though, if everyone was struggling, wouldn't it?
Yeah, guys like Mark. I guess the thing is we've already got the Hercules hold, so
we've already got the test of grip.
That's a real test of grip. It could be very, very difficult then to do it after that. So that's why the straps are in there. Adam Bishop, I believe, is the world record holder. So we've got Adam competing, but there's a bunch of guys that are extremely fast. Evan Singleton, very good at these type of events.
Iron Bibby. Oh, actually, not sure about frame.
Iron Bibby was quick on the frame in Manchester a few years ago. I actually think the events at this show are really good for Iron Bibby if he's in shape. Not just the axle, but the whole competition.
Deadlift's a little bit of a weakness for him, isn't it, comparatively?
Deadlift is probably the one weaker event. But
Stones like? I don't even remember seeing him do stones.
Stones, he's not the best stone lifter, but he can do them.
Okay.
It's like that at strongman competitions where you go into the stones in a good position, you normally do better.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be... Tom Solomon's always going to be pretty much the king of the stones, but the rest of us all kind of chop and change depending on how the competition's gone. So I've got my targets. I want to try and hit a 180 axle. I want to put a decent time on the Hercules hold. I want to try and do a good time on the frame. It is an event, obviously, I know I used to be good at. I'm struggling with that foot speed. Just doesn't work the same way it used to. And it might be in my head that it's not as quick as I want it to feel in training. I guess I'll know on the day. Yeah. Deadlift, like I said, 4 to 5 reps. Deadlift slowly improving week by week. Nowhere near at my best. Stones, I want to finish the stones. Front hold, try and score some decent points on. So, and more importantly than anything, I want to enjoy this experience in front of a live crowd.
It's why you're doing it.
Exactly that. I'd love to say I'm in good enough shape to win. I'm not. When I do my prediction, I'm not putting myself.
Are you going to do a prediction for it?
I'll let you do a prediction
on my own.
Anyway, guys, Let us know who you think is going to win the contest. Let me know how you think I'm going to do. I'm quite thick-skinned. I don't really take anything too personally. But we are very excited, and 3 weeks to wait. While you're here, guys, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my awesome strength content.